Hey everybody, it's Josie. Welcome back to Cedar Creek Homestead. Well, today you can tell by my surroundings that I am not on the farm today. I actually got called back for jury service, and so I'm in Muskogee. We're on lunch break, and when we get back, they've seated the jury, and we will begin hearing testimony and all that good stuff. And so here I am. I was going to do a video today talking about my experience on the last trial and some thoughts that I've had since then. But I'm going to have to put that on hold until I get this one out of the way. It's a totally different case. Cannot discuss it or anything like that. So I'm just going to leave that right there. Just know that what I told you that we were going to speak about this week or speak about today, I'm not able to do that. So, but I did think that I would get on here and talk with y'all a little bit. I've had so many of you commenting and saying nice and encouraging things to me with regards to the kids moving. And I thank you and I appreciate those comments. I will tell you that I've had one person in particular that's really did a whole lot of commenting on different people's comments and encouragement that they made. And this particular person has kind of upset some of my subscribers that were, what they were doing was trying to encourage. And this person actually accused them of treating me like a little child, and that's okay, baby, or however you want to look at it. That was not my intent, to get people to side with me, because it's not a side, one side or the other kind of thing. When I shared my video, the emotions were raw, and the kids had not been gone but just a while. And they've been there 4 years, and I have watched those babies grow, and I have enjoyed every minute of it. And I'm not going to apologize for that. I'm not going to apologize for saying that I would welcome them back with open arms. I'm not going to apologize that, because I would tell that to them to their face. In fact, I did tell them that this would always be home if they wanted to come back. But this person just kept over and over and over saying that I was going against scripture, because scripture talks about when a man grows up, then he gets his wife and he cleaves to the wife, and the two of them become one. You leave their father and mother. I don't have a problem with that. That is what is supposed to happen, is that those two become a team. Howie and I did that when we got married. We became one. We didn't live with his parents. And so I apologize to this lady if she construed, and evidently she did, because she had a lot of different people that she made comments on what they put. And I apologize for that. I apologize to you that received that message, because you were just trying to encourage me. And I don't want you to feel like you were attacked. And I don't think maybe she didn't mean to come across as being attack. I think maybe she meant to be kind of like a voice of reason, someone that would take me by the shoulders and shake me and kind of, do whatever it was to bring me back to a place of understanding that the kids have their life and they're going to live their life. And I now have a life that looks much different. And I'm sorry that if she misunderstood the emotions and how I felt and how I conveyed that. I'm definitely not a liar. It would not do well for me to get on and tell people that there wasn't anything that was upsetting or that was disheartening or something that had been a life-changing event, and I didn't share that. Not that I share every single thing about my life, because I don't, but something like that when the kids have been on and the grandkids have been on. And, you know, I knew that there eventually would be questions about, hey, I haven't seen Cheyenne. I haven't seen the kids. And Blade, he wasn't on there very much at all. I, my own self, was going to keep it quiet about the kids moving on here, on YouTube. I wasn't going to share it because I felt like for security reasons, I didn't really want to put it out there that I was all alone. Or in case somebody takes it wrong, what I'm saying, I don't mean all alone like there's not anybody around. I have church family that support me, and so I don't want people to think that what I meant was, you know, they're in the house, the kids have been there, yes, they filled a void, yes, they're gone, but I'm looking at it, and you know, I'm still not happy that they're gone because I miss them as Blade's mother, as the grandmother of his and Cheyenne's beautiful little children. Of course I miss them, and it's a new chapter in my life. But I thought about encouraging people. And that's what I really feel like I am, an encourager most of the time. And I try to encourage other people to keep on. I try to encourage them in their lifestyle and their livelihood and preparing and looking well into their ways of their household. I try to do all of those things. I try to encourage people in, no matter what is going on in their lives, that they can trust the Lord and that they're going to be all right. And there are times when even encouragers are weak in their spirits. Right out of the Bible, we can talk about Elijah. You know, he did great exploits for the Lord, and there was times that he laid by the brook and the Lord provided for him, but yet he still felt like he was all alone. There's been others down through history that did exploits, did things for the Lord, was encouragement to others, and they went through some very difficult things themselves, and found themselves up against a wall and needing support and needing education, or needing support and needing encouragement, and they found that. And I will say, for the most part, I have found that too. You guys have been very encouraging to me, helping me to look at the bigger picture, to take this time that the Lord is possibly preparing my heart for something else that I'm going to do, that I'm not just defined by as Blade's mom and Cheyenne's mother-in-law and grandma, Mima to those babies, although that is a great and a wonderful thing. I have something else to do. Now, that doesn't mean that 100% I've got it all figured out. There are some ideas that I have been pondering and in my heart and in my spirit. And I'm looking forward to those things. Are they out of the box? Yep, I got a pretty small box. And fear sometimes gets a hold of you, but you have to step out. Even in fear, you have to step out. And courage, stepping out and being brave and being courageous doesn't mean that you have the absence of fear in your life. You sometimes have to do the courageous things. You have to do the brave things, even though you're scared to death. Think about the little boys in the Red Badge of Courage and the pictures that you see of the little drum and fife court, and the little guys, the flag bearers, and those that went out in the Revolutionary War ahead of the warriors, and in the Civil War. You know, they were at the forefront, and they were carrying those flags, and they were beating those drums, and they were playing those little pipes and those little flutes and rallying the troops. They themselves were out there, and no doubt they were scared to death. A lot of them were young boys, but they had no doubt they were thinking about their mamas, and thinking about their daddies and wishing they were back home. Some of them might not have been, but the majority of them, as young and impressionable as they were, I'm sure that there was fear that crept upon them, but that they did all that they knew to do to be as brave and courageous as they could be, even when fear was not absent. And so that's what I have to do. I know who I am in the Lord. I know that He's got me. I know that He loves my kids, and it's not a competition between them and me over which one's right, which one's wrong. That has nothing in this world to do with it. Who's right, who's wrong? Absolutely not. They, and I shared it on the last video, that the kids are living their life. They're doing things on their own. They felt like they needed a change and they wanted to see some things, and I'm not standing in their way. And so I encourage each and every one of you to continue to be encouragers. You know, you stepped up to the plate and you encouraged somebody that's usually on the other side of things and trying to be an encourager. You took the time out of your day to encourage and to push and to lift me. And that is what we're supposed to do. Love one another. Absolutely love one another. And you did that. You stars for you, a gold star, gold sticker. You did what you were supposed to do, and that I so appreciate that. Now, I will tell you that it's been really quiet around the house, and I have, began to rearrange and put some things away, and there's been a few little tears scattered in with that when I have found a little puzzle piece or one of their socks or, something that belongs to them, and I've got a place where I'm putting all of that. And I've been, put myself into some little schools, like some master classes, for some ideas that I have to make the farm profitable, to do some things that that's going to help me in the future. Some flower farming videos, and still working on the cookbook idea and developing some different things, so that I can stand on my own 2 feet and I can make the farm profitable, so that one day I will be able to do what Howie and our dream was to retire and live there on the farm and enjoy our life on the farm and pass the farm on to Blade and his family. And that dream hasn't changed. I know that Howie's went on to be with the Lord, but I'm still here and I still have things to do, or I would be out of here too. I'm a firm believer that, we have a set amount of time that we're supposed to work and do things for the Lord. And evidently I still have something to do, or I believe that my time would be up. So I am working, and who knows what all I will come up with. I'll tell you a real funny thing, and then I'll close. I just wanted to get on here. I saw those comments and I wanted to address it before anything drama wise got started, and I tried to take care of it the best I could. But so yesterday they call every evening by 5:30, sometimes 6, to let you know whether you have to serve on the jury duty. Well, my term is up this Friday, March the 7th. So as the days were going on, I thought, well, there's no way that they're going to be able to start another trial. They haven't called this. They haven't seated a jury. They haven't done all these things because there's preliminary. I'm sure those of you that served on a jury before knows there are a lot of preliminary things that have to take place. And, the judge asks questions and each of the lawyers ask questions. And then they meet and they choose to release some of the jurors because they only have room for 12 jurors and then 1 or 2 alternates. And so all that process goes on. And so I thought, with confidence, I'm okay. They're not going to call me. this was yesterday on Tuesday, and I thought they're going to have 3 more days. There's no way. They've probably already got their people so that they have a 2 or 3 days of trial in case they have to, you know, take a long time when they deliberate. So I've been really, really hungry for black-eyed peas. And so I thought, well, Cheyenne doesn't like black-eyed peas. The little boys, 2 of them anyways, they'll eat them, Rowdy especially. And Blade will eat them, but he doesn't just say, I'd like to have black-eyed peas. He just eat them if I make them. So I've been really, really hungry for them. And I thought, you know, it's cold and it's windy. It's been so pretty and sunny, but it is turned off where it is really windy, where the vehicle's rocking and it is cold. And so I thought, well, we had storms blow through yesterday morning, so I thought it'd be the perfect time to cook a pot of black-eyed peas, not, you know, from the can, cook them. And I thought, well, I don't really want to mess with the stove. I'm trying to be as frugal as possible, and I thought I don't want to waste my propane, so I'll cook them in my Instapot. Now, I don't like pinto beans cooked in the Instapot or the slow cooker. I just don't like them. I like them thick, and it just seems like they don't get thick in either one of those. If you got any tricks on getting your beans to be thick in the Instapot or the crock pot, either one, let me know. Share in the comments down below, and I will try and see if I can get them thick. But so far, the only way I can really get them cooked is just cooking the fire out of them on the stove. So I decided that I would cook black-eyed peas. I don't mind black-eyed peas in the Instapot. They seem to get thick like they're supposed to. So I put me on a pan of black-eyed peas, and I had some real thin little steaks that we had left from our beef that we had butchered, and they needed to be used. And I laid those out and thawed them out, and I got the electric skillet out, and I thought I'll cook those real slow so that they get tender. And they have a tendency to be kind of tough. And so I thought, well, I'll cook them slow and get those. And I even got out an onion and cut that onion up because I fixed some fried, a little tiny. I'm having to learn to cook small. I haven't got there yet. But yesterday I did cook a little tiny skillet of fried potatoes and onions for myself. And I had a big chunk of onion and those black-eyed peas. And I'll tell y'all, without too much information, black-eyed peas make me gassy. And so I didn't think anything of it. I ate the black-eyed peas, ate a big chunk of that onion. And then after all of that, I got the summons to come to court. And that was one of the first things I thought of. I thought, oh, I've ate that big bowl of black-eyed peas, and I ate that big chunk of onion. Now, of course, you brush your teeth and use mouthwash and all that stuff, but you still worry about being in close quarters and having onion breath. And then I thought, oh, I hope I don't get gassy with those peas, those black-eyed peas. And I would be happy to report so far so good, but boy, was I worried last night. I thought, oh, I would be so embarrassed if, you know, because sometimes when you get older, you can don't always have the best of control over that. And I thought, oh, please, Lord, please don't let me have that problem. So far, I'm happy to report that things are okay with that. I thought you'd get a chuckle out of that. And you have to find humor where you can find it, right? Okay, it's almost time for me to go back to court. Definitely don't want to be late getting my seat. And don't want to get in trouble with the judge or the lawyers. So I'm going to wrap this up. But I just wanted to get on here and tell you guys thank you for all your encouraging words. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding for the one person that that commented to a bunch of different people and was kind of, I think, confused about why I was upset and accusing me of being coercive towards the kids, trying to be, you know, twist their arm for them to come back. And I just want that person to know that, hey, you know, we may disagree, but I can still love you. And I'm not going to, you know, twist the kids' arm, but I'm going to hold my arms open, knowing that if for any reason they want to come back home, or they want to live on the farm in their own house, While that's fine by me. And I will spend my days watching my grandkids run across the pasture and do their thing. And if not, I'll learn to do something different. So I'm going to get off here, guys, and head back to court. I got to walk about a block and a half back up to the court system, courthouse, and take care of, going to the restroom, getting drinks, doing all that kind of stuff before it's time to report back. So I'm going to get off here. I'm going to leave you with what I always tell you. I love you. I really do. Keep looking well into the ways of your household. And until next time, hear from Miss Kogi. We're gone.